Haley out here from the American Digital Network studio. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of The Rise. Basketball is heating up across the conference, so let's get you caught up on the top headlines from around the league. The top 4 teams in the American standings entering the week will meet as 22nd ranked Cincinnati welcomes SMU to Fifth Third Arena on Thursday, while Saturday features the 2 teams currently tied for third, Houston and UCF. Taking a quick look back to last week, the Memphis Tigers went 2-0 in conference play, in large part due to the American Player of the Week, Markel Crawford. In Memphis' victory over UConn, the junior posted 19 points to go along with a season-high 8 rebounds. He then wrapped up his week knocking down a career-best 5 3-pointers en route to 24 points in the Tigers' 21-point win at Tulane. In his last 3 games, Crawford has now scored 71 points. Memphis currently sits in 5th place in the American standings. Rookie of the Week honors went to Temple's Quentin Rose. This is the 3rd Rookie of the Week honor for the freshman. Rose posted 14 points in both of Temple's games last week. On Saturday, Rose was one of 5 Owls in double figures as Temple notched its first win in American play. Through 4 games, Rose leads the American in steals, averaging 3 per game. Outside of Thursday's marquee matchup between SMU and Cincinnati, there's a couple of other interesting games to keep an eye on in weeknight action. Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, Tulsa hosts Memphis as the Tigers are winners of 3 straight games and 4 of their last 5. The Hurricane will also have to deal with Dedrick Lawson, who has recorded 13 double-doubles this season. Also on Wednesday, Temple heads to UConn for a 9 p.m. Eastern tip on CBS Sports Network. Both teams come in after snapping early skids to start American play. UConn's defense played its best game of the season in its win over UCF, while the Temple offense got on track in its 81-62 win over ECU. On the women's side, UConn and USF are ranked in the latest AP poll. The Huskies, who moved to 2-0 in conference play with a win over East Carolina last Wednesday, are 2 games away from breaking their NCAA record 90-game winning streak set from 2008 to 2010, and they'll have an opportunity to set a new record this Saturday at SMU. Sophomore forward Nafisa Collier paced the Huskies in its win over the Pirates with 21 points on 8 of 11 shooting. The 21-point performance is her 9th 20-plus point game of the season and the 6th in UConn's last 8 contests. Kadia Loxa earned American Player of the Week honors after scoring a conference-high 37 points in Saturday's win over Tulsa. Loxa was one of 4 Bulls in double-figure scoring last Wednesday in the win at Tulane, which snapped the Green Wave's 11-game home winning streak dating back to last season. SMU returns to the friendly confines of Moody Coliseum this week, hosting Tulane on Wednesday before taking on the Huskies in a Saturday matinee. The Mustangs are 7-0 at home this season and went undefeated in non-conference games at Moody Coliseum for the first time since the 2004-2005 campaign. They are led by double-double machine Alicia Frawling, who ranks 4th in the nation in that category and leads the American in rebounding. Fun fact, the American has won 69% of its non-conference games this season, which is the best showing since the league was formed in 2013. And Temple added on to that total after opening the week with a win at Kennesaw State. The Owls finished the week with a victory over Tulane, and the win was even sweeter as junior guard Tanaya Atkinson scored her 1,000th career point. Don't forget you can catch 3 games on the American Digital Network this week. Wednesday night features East Carolina at Temple at 7 p.m. Eastern, while Saturday both teams will tip off again on the ADN as Tulsa hosts Temple and East Carolina heads to USF. And over to men's soccer, where the 2017 MLS Player Combine gets underway this week, and 6 players from the American will put their best foot forward in front of 20 MLS clubs in Los Angeles. All invited players are eligible for selection in the 2016 SuperDraft presented by Adidas, which takes place this Friday, January 13th at the LA Convention Center. Good luck to all of these guys this week. Tennis opens its spring season this week. The USF men's team enters the season ranked 25th nationally, with SMU, Tulsa, and Tulane all receiving votes. A handful of American players are ranked to start the season, including Ryan Peniston of Memphis and Orem Harrell from Tulsa, who are ranked among the top 50 in singles players. On the women's side, Sarah Sarju of East Carolina and Anki Wynn from Memphis enter the season ranked in singles. Coming up, we get to know the 2 senior leaders of the SMU men's basketball program. They are looking to go out on a high note this season after missing out on the NCAAs last year. Sterling Brown and Ben Moore are on a mission. We'll tell you more about it up next.
We are American. We operate from a place of power, a place where what goes up doesn't necessarily come down, where the laws of physics are thrown out the window and high off the glass. It's power that moves us forward by leaps and bounds, the kind of power that brings the house down so the house can rise up. That's power. We are power.
While they grew up only 22 miles apart in Illinois and never played against each other in high school, they came together at the right time in the summer of 2013. SMU men's basketball seniors Ben Moore and Sterling Brown traveled to SMU with their sights set high, and together they are just 2 wins away from becoming the winningest four-year class in SMU history.
We have a great relationship. He's been my roommate since freshman year, and what he brings to the table is unmatched. The stats, you can look at his stats and he's bringing a lot with the stats, but what he's not doing on the stat sheet is important too. So he's just a great player.
I mean, we got a good relationship. He's been my roommate, since day one. But he a real fiery person. We want to get after it on the court, just like I do. So that's good.
While it's Tim Jankovich's first year calling the shots at SMU, he has been a key to Ben and Sterling's development throughout their careers as the associate head coach. Now as seniors, Jankovich has challenged his veteran leaders to not only make the most of this year's team, but to get the most out of the teammates around them.
I've just learned a lot from the people around SMU. They're older, they know what they're doing. They have a lot of knowledge that they've been conveying to me, so they've been very helpful.
Building that bond with my teammates and the coaches, and as a player, just really, developing my game each year, different aspects, whatever I can do to help the team win, really.
Well, my expectations are very high. Ours are very high. Everyone in our program, we don't want to put a low ceiling on it, and we are fortunate. I think one of the first places you should always look with your team is the quality of the leadership and the talent of your senior class. And these guys, Ben and Sterling, have won an awful lot of games at SMU. I haven't done the math, but maybe they could go down as the winningest, arguably. I would think. I believe in them. I trust them. I know their heart. I know their talent, and I also know their hunger, given the fact that, for no fault of theirs, that we were not allowed to play postseason. So they will. It is their team. We tell them that all the time. I'm the coach, but it's their team, and whatever they want to get out of it, they need to really be helping to facilitate. And I believe in them. I think they'll do a great job.
Ben Moore just joined the 1,000-point club in SMU's win over Temple, and Sterling Brown is just over 150 points away from joining his teammate. But the goals for this season are much greater. In fact, the sky is the limit.
I feel like now that we got the opportunity to get back in the tournaments, I feel like we need to take that, to its full advantage. Last year we didn't have the opportunity, but this year we do. So go out there and just be the best team, the hardest working team, the most aggressive team, and everything go take care of itself from there.
I know it's crazy, but I don't think you should go into a season without a goal of winning a national championship. The only way you don't have a chance is if you're banned from postseason, and we're not. We're eligible for postseason, and I think you have to think big. I think you have to think for the top. But always my goal too is to be the very best team, to really be working hard on a daily basis, a weekly basis, to find out that at the end of a period, when the final buzzer goes off, have we become the best team that we could become? And whether that is a national championship or whether it was in some people's eyes, not an amazing season. I think you've got to feel good about yourself if you spent everything you had and you put everything into a season.
And SMU will look to do just that and give it all they have as they hit the road for a tough test Thursday night in Fifth Third Arena, taking on 22nd ranked Cincinnati. The Mustangs are currently receiving votes in the national polls and will look to close out the remaining portion of the season strong, with their hearts set on a trip to the NCAAs after missing out last season. That's all we have for you today on The Rise. Make sure to check back throughout the week for highlights, features, and updates on your favorite teams. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great week, everybody.